Welcome to your 5-part tutorial on getting into crow pose. This is the first of a series of yoga pose push your practice workshops I'm going to be doing here at the YMCA. So I'm going to go through the 5 elements for crow pose before we get started, and to show you what that is first is an arm balance, crow pose, right there. So how do we get into that, and how to get over the fear of falling? That will come when you come to the workshop and check it out, but I will go piece by piece, breaking down some 5 elements of the physical structure of this. Number 1, let's start with the foundation, your hands. Hands need to be spread wide, shoulder distance apart, wide. That space between the index finger and middle finger pointed forward. Suction cup the hands down, and then press the fingertips down just so that that main knuckle kind of pops up. That creates this nice little steady balance point. So if you were to rock around your hands, you're gonna find balance and stability. Moving up to the shoulders, we're actually going to press into it. So this is a protraction of the shoulders as you press your hands down, and you can try this on your hands and knees. Press and lift that upper back. So you're hollowing out the chest, creating space here, and abs drawn in. So press and lift. Your gaze, that's another element, is going to be forward. Forward. If you look down, you're going to head down and crash. If you look forward, you're more likely to balance. So keep that gaze at drishti somewhere forward with focus. So your hands down, fingers spread wide, gripping into the fingertips, press into the shoulders, look forward. Now we're about to get into lower body, or lower down into the body. So the core is the next important element. Practice core strengthening drills with plank pose. Still pressing, same hands and shoulder thing. You can just go hands and knees and activate the abs. We could do boat pose, just to strengthen. We could do plank or forearm plank. And these are getting into those stabilizing transverse abdominals. So I'm not telling you to do crunches, I'm telling you to do more squeezing, lifting those down deep ab type of exercises. So that's your core, everything pulling in, zippering up. When it comes to the legs, last little element we gotta think about, we've got 2 options. We can go wide with the knees and hug the knees into the shoulders or onto the triceps. Oftentimes that's what will create some bruises if you're not lifting through the core, the chest and shoulders. Or you can snuggle those knees into the armpits. You wanna create a tiny little ball. So if you can come down, your heels don't even have to be down. So if your heels are up, create this tiny little ball and try this. This is your crow pose right here. You put your hands out, you're now in it, but now you have to activate the muscles to actually lift. So let's try it. Keep your knees, let's go more together for this one, because this is a little more challenging and creates core strength. Next I'm gonna show you the easier version. So hard version first. So the knees are hip distance apart or kind of together. You're on the balls of the feet, heels lifted. Lift your booty in the air, hands down, straight arms, press and start to activate the muscles in the shoulders and your core. Zipper up the abs, look forward, knees onto the back of the arms, the armpits, triceps. Lift 1 foot, maybe that's enough for you today, and lift 2 feet, maybe, and down. So that's a harder version. That's crane pose. Crow pose is a little lower to the ground. You can take a wide squat, elbows, so now your knees are gonna go on the back of the elbows with bent elbows. Hands a little wider, look forward, lean forward, less core strength involved, and you're closer to the floor. So now we're just finding balance on the fingertips with the knees spread wide. I'll do it here for you like this. So this pose, still looking forward, compare it to up higher, straight arms, look forward, and lift the feet. Okay, 2 different ways. That's your mini tutorial for what you have to think about when coming into this pose. As far as the conquering the fear in this pose, because a lot of times what stops us is fear of falling. What I want you to do, if that's the case here, and it's not a physical thing, it's more of a mental thing, I want you to actually practice falling. So how can you fall safely? If you have a yoga mat or a little cushion, this is the best way that I know how to do it. So practicing falling, so you actually want to fall 100 times. Try it 100 times so that you know your safe escape route. So let's say you're getting in a crow pose, just a low version. The best way that I know to get out of this instead of doing a face plant is to take your elbow and arm down so you break the fall, okay? So elbows and knees wide, you're here, and instead of getting the feet up right away, your dominant arm or whatever would usually fall, bring it down, and your knee too, in a soft way. So like, okay, so I'm here, how would I get out? And when you're not on a wood floor, when you're on a yoga mat, you can even double up the mats. This won't hurt so much. It's better than face planting, I tell you that. So you try to lift maybe, then actually try to fall. So it's that catch yourself on your forearm and your knee so that you know that you have a safe way out if anything starts to go wrong. That's the same with any arm balance. Know your way out so you can feel confident to hold when you're in this pose. Thanks for watching. I hope you come to this space for my advanced yoga workshop working on crow and crane pose. Basically, I'm just gonna give you the space to practice and then be here to give you some warm-up tips, to give you some tips, and check out your body so that you can best do this pose for the way that fits you. So each person comes with different strengths and weaknesses, and I will be here to guide you through those to hopefully get you up in the air with confidence.